Hello, family. This is your friend Kenesha, and welcome to another episode of Struggling with Your Weight. We're on episode number 6, and this is an opportunity where I can come and just encourage you to stay in there, to hang in there, because I know what it's like. And I have another picture of me. This was in 2010. I had the nerve, as you can see, to be in Hawaii. And I was probably about 300 then. And so that's me there. So, I have the proof. I got up to 300 pounds. So I know what it's like to struggle with our weight. So I want our thought for today to be, your self-image affects your behaviors. Your self-image, what you think about you, affects what you do with your life. And I know it. And so we'll be coming from this book. Again, this book is called Today Matters. And it's by one of my mentors, Dr. John C. Maxwell. And it is just wonderful because there is a chapter that's devoted here to health. And here's what it says on page 91. It says, a poor or distorted self-image is the cause of many health-threatening conditions and activities, from drug use and alcoholism to eating disorders and obesity. Psychologist Joyce Brothers says, an individual's self-concept affects every aspect of human behavior. The ability to learn, the capacity to grow and to change, the choice of friends, mates, and careers. It says this, it is no exaggeration to say that a strong, positive self-image is the best possible preparation for success in life. If your self-image is driving you to do things that negatively impact your health, then you should probably seek some help. Now, let me say this, I am not a medical doctor. So if you have medical questions or a serious health issue, I encourage you to call your medical doctor. I'm just a woman that's speaking to you from experience of struggling with her weight, her entire life, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I want to be of a support to you. So here's what, and when I did some research, here's what it says. Here's some signs of a negative self-image. When you have a person that is obsessed with what they look like, and they're constantly in the mirror, all of the time, looking at themselves. And it's unnatural. And then when you have someone saying disparaging remarks, you know, if you're overweight, I'm so fat, I'm big as a house. I used to say that. I remember when I said that. I'm bigger than this, and oh my gosh, nobody will want me. Just all sorts of negative things. We have to watch our mind and our words because that affects our self-image, which is why we want to get healthy so that we don't have those temptations to be disparaging amongst the best thing we're going to get, and that's you. You are the best that you're going to get. I'm the best that I'm going to get. I will never turn into anybody else. So because I'm stuck with me, I don't want to feel stuck. I want to appreciate who I am. But if we're always in the mirror and saying disparaging remarks, here's something else. When we have a frequent comparisons with our body and somebody else's body. Well, my legs look like this, but her legs look like that. My tummy looks like this, and then hers looks like that. I'll just say it. My bottom looks like this, and hers looks like that. So all of these comparisons that we make with other people that we're never going to look like. And let me tell you a secret. God never created you to look like that. But He does want you and I to be the best you and I. Or worse than that, we then begin to be envious of other people's figure and shapes and form. I know what I'm talking about. And maybe not even jealousy, but why does she have that? She doesn't have to work hard for that. He doesn't have to work hard for that. And I have to do all of this stuff, so I'm just not doing anything. And then what does that lead to? A cycle of negative self-image. Then we eat more. Then sometimes we are in terrible relationships. I know we just feel bad about ourselves. I was in a relationship years ago where the person just made me feel terrible about being overweight. Now, I should not have been overweight, but it didn't give that person a right to make me feel bad about my body. And I took it. I took it. Some of you are in that situation. Someone is saying something about you and your weight, and you're in a relationship with them. And so then what does it cause you to do? Instead of work out, it causes you to eat more. All of these things that if we just would take care of ourselves, they would go away. So I don't have any new tips this week. There are plenty out there, but I want us to really think about what's the purpose behind this. We talked last week about our health. It's invaluable. We talked about thinking ourselves thin. What's happening between these two ears? We have to get our minds right. And then we had some practical techniques. We talked about drinking water a half hour or an hour before you eat. We talked about lowering our calorie intake, our caloric intake, making our plate smaller, having healthy snacks around. Last week we talked about exercise, which is a key, a foundational key. So I want us to really be serious about this. This is not about anybody else and what they think about you and how they want you to look. This is not even about how you want to look per se. This is about you're worth it. Your health is worth it. Your life is worth it. Do what you have to do. Whatever it takes, as long as you're above board and legal. We talked about that in week 1 and week 2. But do what it takes so you can be healthy, so you can be thin, whatever that means to you. And so your self-image can shoot up. Because when our self-image is down, we begin to accept all sorts of things that we should not hate. This is your friend Kenesha. I love you. Hang in there. I'm in this with you. It's not going to be easy. I did not balloon up to 300 pounds overnight. It took hard work to put it on. It was fun though, I'm not going to lie. It's fun eating, but it did take hard work getting it off. So hang in there, you can do